Hi, I'm Matt Willis, and this is Erik Torgerson with ET Capital Partners, and we're going to do a little Q&A session today with Erik Torgerson. So I've heard private equity, there's a lot more ways of participating in private equity other than just writing a check. What could be some other ways that I can get involved with private equity?
A great way to get started, and right now I think it's even more a better opportunity than it has been in other times, is your IRA money, any retirement funds, rollover 401k, SEP IRA, inherited IRA, things like that. Those are all different types of IRAs. They can be rolled into what's called a self-directed IRA, and those self-directed IRA funds can be invested in private equity projects. Right now, if you look at what your returns are on your IRA, I wouldn't be surprised if it's very good, especially over the last couple of years. You can put that IRA money into one of our projects where you're going to see a 12-15% return, and you have the same tax consequences. So when no taxes are taken out of that, if you do a 12% project and 1 year later you've got $112,000 instead of $100, you get to invest that $112,000 now. So it really works well, it's effective and efficient.
So with private equity and self-directed IRAs, I find it really interesting that, like me personally, my IRA, I don't exactly know. Someone told me where to put it, and I just said, yep, that's a good idea. Whereas this, I know exactly where the project is, whether it's senior living, whether it's multifamily, etc. You're saying that I can take those funds out of whatever business they're in right now and put them towards one of these local projects and just watch my IRA grow.
Most likely, I don't want to say it's 100% sure, but there are some funds out there that you can't get out of immediately. But for the most part, if you have a rollover 401k or an IRA of any sort out there, we can roll it into a self-directed IRA, and you'll find that the cost to manage that fund will be a lot lower than where it is currently at. Fees for those are only $395 a year to manage your funds, and that's a great cost savings also.
Very good, very good. So help me with the process of taking it from a business to a project. ET Capital Partners helps with the entire process. Can you help me with, like, how's that, maybe not step by step, but walk me through that. I'm confused as to how I take my money from call it for me a Roth IRA and convert it to a Nelson project.
Okay, so you have your Roth IRA, you have your custodian of that account. What we would do is my team, or ET Capital's team, is well versed in setting up self-directed IRAs. So we have a partner in the self-directed IRA world, Provident Trust. They offer a third-party portal that allows us to help our clients set everything up, and then it's sent to the client so they can look through it and approve it and make sure it's correct. But it takes all of the paperwork out of our clients' hands and allows us to do it. So that saves a lot of time on the client's part and just helps increase their returns.
Very good. And I have to say, from experience, this can all be done electronically. This is not something where there's 50 pieces of paper that have to be signed by husband and spouse or whoever. This can all be done electronically.
Yeah, I would say almost all of it is done via DocuSign or electronic signatures. There may be 1 to 2 documents you might have to actually print and sign, but the process has been made very simple by our group.
So you bring up a couple questions with this. Taxes. All right, I get involved with a private equity project. How do I track my taxes, and how do I let my tax person know what I'm involved with? Who takes care of all that for me?
That's all by the custodian of the project of your IRA account. They will send all tax information. They will track all of that. And since it's not taxed, you really there's not much you have to worry about. You just have to report what the value is of the project that you're in.
Okay, so in a self-directed IRA, your taxes are all kind of handled for you. You're going to get the same documentation you would if you were with your previous custodian, correct? So if I'm just in a private equity opportunity and Let's say I get involved with a Nelson project and I participate with $100,000 and it's a 12-month, 12% promissory note. How are my taxes handled?
Your taxes will be that on a promissory note, your income coming back is interest income. So interest income is taxed just like any other income that you have. So that is one advantage of a self-directed IRA. Instead of typically participants in these projects are in a higher tax bracket. So if you're paying a 35% tax, that's by using your IRA money, you will not be paying that tax. That money that you would use, regular money, I call it, or cash money that's not self-directed IRA money, is usually better used on equity projects where you're paid a smaller amount in return on an annual basis, but most of it comes back as capital gains at the end.
Absolutely. Well, thanks for joining us today at ET Capital Partners. Hopefully you learned a little bit more about us, and don't hesitate to reach out to us anytime. We are part of the West Des Moines community, and we look forward to continuing to serve it for many years to come.